is relentless. Your solid gameplay, mate. Right, what are you pedophiles up to today anyway? Apart from, you know... being pedos. And degenerates. Life's a shitty time. What else? What else you got? PC. Oh! That's how you introduce yourself on a stream. You just make a noise. That's how the pros do it. So that's how you become successful. Eternal Sonata, yeah. Do I still have that? It's the one with the... Has it got the combat system and it works in the light and the dark? Like the shadow thing going on? It's kind of weird. It's a fun game though. I've played that for many years. Didn't beat it though. Yeah, something like it's been a long time since I played it. Remember another game I had? And I always liked the look of it, but I couldn't be bothered with the combat system. It was so... You think you use guns, and yeah, is it a steampunk setting maybe? I can't remember its name, but it's got the most complicated fucking battle system, and I couldn't be bothered just trying to learn it. There's no need for it to be that complicated. What is it called? I think it's on PS3 and 360. I'm sure you use guns. It was some sort of steampunk saying. Resonance of Fate. That's it. I did not have the patience to learn the combat system. Couldn't be bothered with it. I always like the look of it. It's probably a good game when you figure it out, but I could not be bothered. No. What a late start today. I had toothache today. There's a wisdom tooth. Never really had toothache before. It like really hurt. And I took some cocodamol and I couldn't feel it no more, and then it kind of came back and now it's gone again, so... Yeah, I've been holding off for ages. This wisdom tooth has got worse as I've got older. Every now and then I can feel it. Not... It's not like a pain, it's just a slight annoyance. But today, it just started really hurting out of nowhere. It's like, ugh. I'm gonna have to go to the dentist for the first time in about 20 years. Probably. And how much is that gonna cost to have a wisdom tooth out? Probably costs money I haven't got. Yeah, I got the orange box for a Christmas present because I wanted Half-Life. And what did it come with? It was Portal, Half-Life 2, and was it Team Fortress game or something? Did it come with an Half-Life episode? Did it come with like episode 1 or something? Yeah. That was a Christmas present years ago. But, I don't have to celebrate Christmas this year. Christmas is cancelled. COVID outbreak in the family. Officially confirmed today. Means a nice peaceful Christmas for me. I can just pretend it's another day. And better yet, because I've not bought anyone any presents yet, I don't have to make up an excuse as to, oh, they must have been delayed. Because I won't see anyone for a few days afterwards. Because some of them are having to isolate now until the 28th. So I'll have time to get them presents. No one will ever know I didn't buy them on time. Unless someone's watching the stream. But no one knows about it, do they? Or did they? No, no one knows about it. On stepdad's always weird. I don't know anyone who's ever liked a stepdad. Everyone's always hated him from my experience. I don't really have a stepdad. Technically, it's never seen that way. I mean, my mum did get married to another guy, but it's not. Never lived with my mum, so it's not a stepdad. It's just a guy. He's a nice guy, actually. He's very nice. He's a good guy. Got a lot of money, but I don't consider him a stepdad. Nor does he consider me any sort of son. So, so that's fine. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? I don't think he watches them though. He's not interested. He don't play games. He's not interested at all. So there's no real reason for him to watch them. I don't even know what he does. What does he do? I don't know what he does with his time. I don't know. I barely know him. How old is he? What's his name? What's my name? Possibly. How old will he be? 15, 16? What do 15, 16-year-olds do? I know my 16-year-old sister just goes on TikTok and Instagram. That's her life, TikTok and Instagram. Do the boys doing the same? I know that's all teenage girls are doing. Get off it! Turn it off. Jesus. What are the guys doing? I don't know. What do teenage boys do? I know what I did. I was a naughty boy. I was a bad teenager. They're probably even worse now, aren't they? When I was like 16, I was naughty boy. Very rebellious. Very rebellious boy. No, that was... Are we talking... You're going back to Frog Boy? Frog Boy's going back to... when I was about 9, 8 or 9, maybe, somewhere around there. To primary school. I'm not sure how old he was. He's probably a little bit older. It's odd though, because when you're a kid, everyone looks older, don't they? Do you know what I mean? Like when you're really young, like when you're like your first year at primary school, even like second year or something, like the year sixes, they look like adults to you, even though they're absolutely not, but they just look bigger. Do you know what I mean? It's weird. Rick's got one over on me this morning. I decided, it's probably about 5 o'clock this morning, I decided I was going to get in his face. He was asleep on the settee. So I thought, I'm just going to kneel down here and I'm just going to stare at him and see what he does. He sort of like lifted his head up and like looked at me. And then he gave it back. He thought, here we go. We had a staring contest. And that's when I realised how much he still looks like a kitten. It's crazy. And he's just staring at me. I could kind of see it in his eyes. He was about to break the rules. And he just so casually just like reached his paw over, stuck his claws. Luckily I had this hat on, stuck his claws in my hat, and pulled my hat off. That's cheating. You can't do that. And then he got excited, so he did that, you know, in cats roll on their back. And he just like starts biting the hat and then pulling it, and then he sort of threw it. And I'm like, that's rude. That's very rude. And he went back to sleep. It's just the way he did it though. It wasn't even like a quick he just like slowly, I just watched him do it, just pull that hat off. Like, yeah, that's coming off, pal. We're playing by my rules. I don't think he'd ever do that. I don't think he'd piss on it. It's not really that sort of cat. Still need to figure out my revenge. Right, we're all doing a short one today because, yeah, it's a bit late, innit? So we're just gonna make a very brief start on the twin snakes. And unfortunately, I didn't really have time to have a quick practice run, get the controls down. So this is gonna be sloppy. All right, but I don't care because it's not the original. So, you know, expect me to possibly die, expect me to get alerts. Who gives a shit? I haven't played it in a while. Ow. I hit my shoulder. It should be alright on the emulator. I don't know, again, I didn't really have time to... I mean, I've played this multiple times on the emulator. This is a later version, so I assume it runs perfectly fine. I've just got the same settings I had for Donkey Kong. So there's nothing to... Well, no, I did add the widescreen hack to make it widescreen. That's all I did. With a gecko code. You're a gecko code. Alright. Full screen, please. Yeah, that's unacceptable.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces being led by members of Foxhound. They are demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You will have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the President of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV.
It's Naomi. Hope she doesn't, you know, do anything a bit dodgy, like infect someone with fox dye, because that'd be a little bit rude. She wouldn't do something like that, would she?
After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound, your former unit, and one that I was the commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter.
I'll have to look up how you fight Mantis in this game, I can't remember.
Master of Disguise. Vulcan Raven, Giant and Shaman.
You might
and Revolver
you could always change controller ports, can't you, on the emulator?
Interrogation and a formidable gunfighter.
Just trying to remember to look that up.
In charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As always, this is a one-man sneaking mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP.
Yes. This is a top secret.
Ask Summer, she's the cum expert.
Official support.
Tactical espionage action, Metal Gear Solid, The Twin Snakes. Jesus, 2004? I was like a young boy. A young boy. Well, the briefings are in this, aren't they? Some of the briefings. They rendered in...
It's been a long
There they
time,
are.
Snake.
I should have known you were behind this, Colonel.
Snake. Straight to the point as always.
Naomi there, prepping Fox Die.
What do you want from me?
Bitch!
I just invited you here so we could have a talk.
Invited? That's what you call sending armed soldiers after me?
Sorry if they were a little rough with you. But we've
Ah,
got a
the voice
serious
acting, it's
situation
so
here.
off. It's so
Only you
off.
can get us out of it.
It's so wrong.
I'm retired from Foxhound. You're not my commander anymore.
They all sound tired and bored.
Or anyone else.
You will take these orders. I know it.
Excuse me.
Who's this?
Dr. Naomi Hunter, the unit's chief medic, an expert in gene therapy.
Are you military?
No, civilian. I've been sent here from ATGC. Pleasure to meet you, Snake. Don't worry, this injection won't hurt a bit.
Oh,
Boom. There you go.
what's the shot for?
Fox
That's right.
died to kill you,
Don't like
Snake.
shots?
Snake, listen up. About 5 hours ago, an island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago called Shadow Moses Island was occupied by Special Ops soldiers.
What soldiers?
Next Generation Special Forces.
She is.
led
She is
by
in Metal
members of
Gear
Unit
Solid 4.
Foxhound. They've presented Washington with a single demand, and they say that if it isn't met, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
A nuclear weapon?
I'm afraid so. You see, the island is the site of a secret nuclear weapons disposal facility.
Foxhound hijacking a nuclear weapon?
Now you understand how serious the situation is. You have two objectives. First, infiltrate the nuclear weapons disposal facility and rescue the two hostages. They are DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and Kenneth Baker, president of ArmsTech.
Those are some heavy-duty hostages.
I can't
Secondly,
remember. She's
you're
with
to
Vamp, isn't
investigate
she?
whether or not the terrorists have the ability to launch a nuclear strike and stop them if they do. Any questions, Snake?
Pretty sure it's her that has the solution
Questions?
to
I haven't even said whether I'd accept this mission.
how to kill Vamp.
Well, you can make up your mind after you hear more about the situation.
Tell me about the nuclear weapon disposal facility.
Time
The disposal
splitters,
facility
time shitters.
includes a
Fucking hate
hardened
those games.
underground base.
Garbage.
Even with our most advanced intelligence gathering equipment, we can't tell what's happening inside.
So, someone needs to penetrate, gather intelligence, and report back. Sounds like a spy movie.
Penetrate. No? Okay.
What's the insertion method?
Well, an air insertion is impossible.
Not with this.
This has got
stuff
very
going on.
sexual.
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
Approach?
Nah, the
within a
shit,
few miles
mate.
of it. The
Shit
facility
games.
is equipped with sonar detection capabilities. They'd be able to hear our engine or propeller noise.
And then
We'll launch a one-man SDV.
launch.
Same as a torpedo, only this has no propulsion device of its own. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
You want me to swim in sub-zero Alaskan water?
Don't worry. That suit represents the latest advances in polythermal technology. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As always, this is a one-man sneaking mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP.
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
Can't say black, mate. Cancelled. These are way better in the original game.
What's the time limit?
24 hours. They say they'll launch after 24 hours.
Do they say what the target will be?
So far, they haven't mentioned the target.
When did the countdown start?
5 hours ago.
Quick, get your pants on, let's go. Get Naomi. Eyeing him up. See, I'm gonna kill this bitch. This is where he's Starts lying, isn't it? He starts lying.
Colonel, who are you speaking for?
Naturally, I'm representing the U.S. government.
So who's in supervisory control of this operation?
The President of the United States.
So there's a lot of crap hitting fans in the White House basement.
No. At this point, they're still video conferencing with each other.
If that's a real nuclear warhead, shouldn't they issue a COG?
Not yet. The Secretary of Defense has operational control and is fully aware of the situation. After you infiltrate, if you determine they possess nuclear launch capabilities, a COG will be issued.
Well, if they haven't relocated to the nuclear shelter under Mount Washington, I suppose there isn't that much reason to worry. Yet. Is the National Security Agency in on this?
Yes, and so is the DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency.
The DIA? I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this.
They'll be sending us some support.
We don't need desk jockeys. We need a nuclear weapons specialist.
Of course. A nuclear weapons specialist has already been assigned to us.
Natasha Slagbag, whoever her name is.
We need backup from a specialist. I'm just an amateur when it comes to nuclear weapons.
I know. That's why I've requested the assistance of a military analyst named Nastasha Romanenko. She'll be providing you backup by codec.
A female analyst?
Oh,
She's built up an impressive
sexist.
record as an advisor for the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. Contact her if you have any questions. She's also an expert on high-tech weapons.
Where's she working from?
Her home in Los Angeles.
California? California's a lot different than this place. Colonel, you're retired. Why are you involved in this?
Because there aren't many people who know Foxhound as well as I do.
Is that the only reason?
I've been soldiering for a long time. I don't know anything
Meryl.
else. I guess even though I'm getting a little old, I still love to be in the field.
Colonel, you're a lousy liar. Tell me the real reason.
Okay, Snake. Sorry. I'll be frank. A person very dear to me is being held hostage.
Who is it?
My niece, Meryl.
What was your niece doing there?
Several soldiers were reported missing the day of the revolt, and my niece was one of those called in as an emergency replacement.
She looks like you.
She's my little brother's girl. He died in the Gulf War, and since then I've been watching after her.
A personal motive, Colonel. That's not very soldierly.
I'm retired. I'm just an old man now. And I'm your friend.
Since when are we friends?
I've thought of us as friends since the fall of Zanzibar land.
Haven't you had enough of a moody
Metal
bastard
Gear.
like me?
No.
So Metal
That's
Gear
the
1
part
or
of
Metal
you I
Gear 2? I
trust.
think it's Metal Gear 1.
Please, Snake. Save my niece, Meryl.
All right, but I have two conditions.
Name them.
1. No more secrets between us. I want complete disclosure at all times. And 2, I'll only accept orders directly from you, Colonel. No cutoffs involved, okay?
Agreed. That's why I was called. But one thing.
What?
I'm not a colonel anymore. Just a retired old warhorse.
I understand, Colonel.
Colonel was based off, what's his name from Rambo? What's his name? That's who he's based off anyway.
That doctor, is she part of this operation too?
Yeah.
She was in charge of Foxhound's gene therapy. She knows more about those men than anyone else.
So, she's used to seeing men naked.
Make no mistake. I'm not a
Perv.
nurse. I am a scientist.
By the way, what was that injection for?
It's a combination of nanomachines and an anti-freezing peptide so that your blood and other bodily fluids don't freeze, even at subarctic temperatures.
Don't forget the fox dye
Nanomachines.
injected
Not
him
just
with.
one kind either. There are different types which will replenish the supply of adrenaline, nutrition, and sugar in your bloodstream.
Now I don't have to worry about food.
I also put some nootropics in there.
Say what?
Nootropics, a class of drugs which will help improve your mental functioning.
It'll make me smarter, huh? Anything else?
Yes. It's a type of stimulant. It'll keep you alert and responsive for 12 straight hours.
Could do with that.
That was quite a cocktail. Anything else in there?
Troutman, is that his name?
Those nanomachines will also keep your Codex batteries charged up.
Big Boss was based off Sean Connery.
I guess I can call you
believe.
when I'm ready to go on a diet.
Snake was based
You're
off
welcome.
Snake Plissken. Kurt Russell. But his look on the front cover was based off Kyle Reese from Terminator. And believe it or not, the whole inspiration for Metal Gear Solid was James Bond.
The chief of DARPA and the president of an arms manufacturing company. What business did they have at a nuclear weapons disposal facility?
The truth is that secret exercises were being conducted at the time the terrorist
Big
group
Boss.
attacked.
At least his look. Oh, I think older Sean Connery.
Must be extremely important exercises if those two were directly involved.
The original
Were they
Big
testing
Boss.
some kind of new
Or
advanced
Big
weapons?
Bosses, since there was two of them. But
I'm
I'm
not
talking
privy to that
the
information.
MSX games.
Do we know exactly where they're being held?
The DARPA chief has also been injected with a mini transmitter. As you get closer, you should be able to pick up his location on your radar.
DARPA Chief's also in Metal Gear Solid 3. You didn't know?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuclear missile?
They say they do. They even gave us the serial number of the warhead they plan to use.
Was the number confirmed?
I'm afraid so. At the very least, they've got their hands on a real nuclear warhead.
Isn't there some kind of safety device to prevent this type of
Look at Snake the way he sat.
Yes.
That
Every
Snake
missile
wouldn't
and
do
warhead
that.
in our
You
arsenal
wouldn't
is
do that.
equipped with
Stop
a
it.
PAL,
Put your
which
foot
uses a
down.
discrete detonation code.
Is he doing a fucking photo shoot? What's going on?
Permissive Action Link. The safety control system built into all nuclear weapon systems.
And
Even
Colonel will
so,
get a right
we
good look
can't
down
rest
his
easy.
fucking boxes.
Why not?
Because the DARPA chief knows the detonation code.
Oh my god. He's
But
doing a
even if
photo
they had
shoot.
a nuclear warhead, it must have been removed from its missile. All the missiles on these disposal sites are supposed to be dismantled. It's not that easy to get your hands on an ICBM.
That
I've got
used to
one.
be true.
eBay.
But since the end of the Cold War, you can get anything if you can pay the money.
I only ever saw Connery in Bond
How well armed are these terrorists?
and
I
that
know there was
film
an
with
exercise going
Catherine
on at the time they
Zeta-Jones in it.
revolted.
They're heavily armed, I'm afraid.
I forgot what it was called.
What about their battle experience?
It was very good.
The 6 in charge are plenty tough. After all, they're foxhound people.
Oh my god, the leg
You're
cross.
gonna make me blush.
The others are next generation special forces. They're not your average grunts either.
Like, is she like a thief? 'Cause remember she's like sneaking through lasers and stuff. Don't know how I ended up watching that.
So what exactly are they demanding?
A person's remains.
Remains?
That's right. To be more accurate, cell specimens which contain the individual's genetic information.
Cell specimens? Why would they want that?
The terrorists need them. You see, these next-generation special forces have been strengthened through gene therapy.
Genes? Strengthened?
You've heard of the Human Genome Project. They've been mapping the human genome and they're nearly finished. Following up on this research, the military has been working towards identifying those genes which are responsible for making effective soldiers.
There are genes that do that?
Yes, and using gene therapy, they're able to transplant those genes into regular soldiers.
Transplant your
Gene
genes, mate.
therapy.
I'll explain this part. With gene therapy, it becomes easy to remove genes that cause sickness and disease, or, alternatively, to splice in additional genetic material.
In other words, we can overcome all sorts of genetic diseases and at the same time add genetic characteristics as desired.
Okay, and so if you knew what genes were responsible for making the perfect soldier, you could implant them in the same way, right?
Yes, we could.
But it all depends on being able to isolate and identify those soldier genes.
And in order to do that, it's helpful if you can study the genetic information of one of the greatest soldiers ever.
One of the greatest soldiers ever.
The man they called the greatest warrior of the 20th century.
You don't mean Big Boss?
Big
That's
boss.
right. We've been working feverishly to identify the genes responsible for his incredible combat skill. So far, we've discovered about 60 of the so-called soldier genes.
So his body was recovered after all.
Yes, and his cells have remained frozen in a cryochamber. His genetic information is a priceless treasure to mankind.
Not true.
Priceless to the military, perhaps.
His body was burned severely, but it was possible to restore his DNA profile from just a single strand of his hair.
Oh, heck, it's like some kind of dinosaur theme park. And you're gonna put these genes into soldiers?
Yes.
Whose body was
We
it?
use a process that I discovered called gene targeting.
Was it Venom Snake?
The strongest soldiers don't become what they are by
That's his body,
acquiring
will have
their
been, won't it?
skills through training or
I can't remember.
experience.
It gets a bit
We
complicated.
now know that hereditary factors are far more crucial for creating superior soldiers.
Snake, we can't hand over his body. It's more strategically important than any weapon of mass
Because it was
destruction.
Venom Snake in Outer Heaven. Or
I
Outer
hear
Haven.
terrorists are calling themselves the Sons of
And
Big
the
Boss.
actual big boss, Naked Snake. In Zanzibar land.
The
Metal
sons
Gear
of
2.
Big Boss.
So it would have been Venom Snake's body, wouldn't it? Since they were identical, right? Almost.
Tell me about these next-generation special forces.
They started out as an anti-terrorist special ops unit, made up of former members of biochem units, technical escort units, and the nuclear emergency search team. Their purpose was to respond to threats involving next-generation weapons of mass destruction, including NBC weapons.
Until they were added, that is.
Who's they?
These guys didn't start out as regular army.
Looks like a pretty international group. Mercenaries?
Yeah, and it gets worse. Most of them were from a merc agency that I think you're familiar with. They were part of Big Boss's private guard. And after Big Boss went down, the military just bought out all their contracts.
Outer Heaven.
After that, they were merged with our own VR unit, Force 21, and retrained. If you ask me, these so-called next-generation special forces should be called simulated soldiers. They have no real battle experience.
Soldiers of the video game generation, huh?
Don't forget, they've all
Ride
been
'em.
strengthened with gene therapy. They carry genes which make them excellent soldiers. Don't get careless just because they don't have much experience.
I thought international law banned the military use of genetic therapy.
Yes, but those are just declarations, not actual treaties.
The interesting thing is that nearly every member of the unit conspired in this attack.
I might stream special missions.
How can an entire unit be subverted
Sometimes
to
really
rebellion?
hard though.
They're calling it a revolution.
Since they all went through the same gene
fun.
therapy, they probably felt closer than brothers. They see the unit as their only family.
The Sons of Big Boss. But if they were regular army, they must have been interviewed periodically by army counselors.
According to their files, they all got straight A's on their psychological tests. They all seemed like fine, upstanding, patriotic soldiers.
But they all took part in the uprising?
No. Several people didn't show up on the day of the exercise. That's why there was a resupply of troops.
Was there any sign recently that something might be wrong?
There was a report a month ago that they were acting strangely.
Apparently, they consulted classified information about the soldier genes and performed their own gene therapy experiments.
They can do that, even without you?
Well, our gene therapy process is almost completely automated. And besides that, they're all geniuses with IQs over 180.
It'd be hard to sit that close to the man you fucking
Even
dying
the
to kill.
existence of this genome army is a national secret of the highest
Good
order.
actor.
We had been hoping to investigate this thing quietly and deal with it behind closed doors. High-tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound, your former unit, and one that I was the commander of. An elite group combining firepower and expertise. They're every bit as good as when I was commanding them.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter.
My all-time favorite.
Decoy Octopus, master of disguise.
Final boss, that. Snake and Ocelot. Legendary stuff.
Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter.
Sounds like a bunch of cartoon characters.
You're a cartoon character.
And finally, in charge of them,
Liquid Snake.
Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
Yes, and you're the only person who can stand against him.
Liquid Snake?
Liquid Snake, the man who shares your code name. The
And
solid
DNA.
versus the liquid.
Tell me what you know.
He fought in the Gulf War as a teenager, the youngest person in the SAS. His job was to track down and destroy mobile Scud missile launching platforms. You were there too, I believe. Didn't you infiltrate Western Iraq with a platoon of Green Berets?
I was just a kid myself back then.
The details are classified, but it seems that originally, he penetrated the Middle East as a sleeper for the SIS.
He was a spy for the British Secret Intelligence Service?
But he never once showed his face in Century House. He was taken prisoner in Iraq, and after that there was no trace of him for several years. After you retired, he was rescued and became a member of Foxhound.
I thought that by the time I left, they were no longer using code names.
I don't know his real name. That information is so highly classified that even I can't look at it.
What's his real name?
There's a photo of him.
What's he called? Forgot his name. Metal Gear Solid
Pretty
5.
shocking, huh? His skin tone is different, but otherwise, you two are exact duplicates.
Liquid.
I have a twin?
Twin snakes.
I don't know the details, but it
You have
seems
two.
so.
There's 3 of you.
That's why we really need you for this mission.
You're the only one who can beat him.
Eli. That was it.
Now that I've met you, I know. You've got something that he doesn't.
Why don't I find that thought more comforting?
Black Mamba. Isn't Black Mamba a vibrator? Should they sell them where I work?
I need to borrow your scissors.
What are you going to do?
Gonna cut his mullet off.
Don't worry. Just gonna clean myself up a little.
Huh?
I don't want to be mistaken for the leader of the terrorists.
The alert.
Stay alert. He'll be through here. I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
Cam Clark still does a really good job of Liquid. Maybe he's as good as he's in the original. It's just a perfect fucking voice in it. It's so good. So I'm not sure. In the original game, I always fail the torture to get the scene with Meryl because it's better. I can't remember what it's like in this. I'll probably fail the torture just to see. I can't remember, even though the canon ending is Meryl lives, but...
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the pause button and then the A button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the pause button and then the A button to receive the call. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
I think there's an AP sensor under here. Yeah. It's an anti-pedophile sensor. It's always good to have one of them with the ration there as well. Alright, so that's... I think it's A, which is to grab or to throw them. I think it works the same as it did in the original game. It's to, in order to grab them, well, choke them, you've got to be standing still. I think it's A. Oh dear.
Somebody there?
Could be in trouble here. This is gonna get messy. I should have had more time to practice, get used to the controls. Shit. Shit, that guy's coming down. Oh dear.
Who is that? Zero noise. Enemy sighted. Requesting backup.
Oh, the fucking controls. I don't know the controls. How do I let go? How do I let go? Oh, why? Okay.
Take that!
I don't know what triggers the guy coming down the elevator. I think it's as you get near to it.
Something over there.
Positions. Tighten security.
See if I can break the necks. There's 3 of them now, aren't there? think it's A to choke him. Oh, there's 4 of them. Shit. That's not good. I'm tricky getting past these guys. Can I get him? Yeah, okay. But like the original bodies do stay there, so they might even get called on the radio like Metal Gear Solid 2. Respond!
Who's there?
Shit.
Who's there?
Oh, fucking hell. I thought they're both coming down then. It's not good. It's not good. He's gonna see the body, isn't he? Oh no, no, maybe not. Snake's a killer. I mean, normally I'd sneak past these guys in the original, but there's an M9 there. I'm thinking you can find an M9 on the surface. The tranquilizer gun from MGS2. There. Indeed. What's a Russian gunship doing here? Lukovich. Remember many years ago when I tried to emulate this, the snow effects didn't work properly. You got like rainbow lines. So it stopped me from being able to do it on YouTube for a while. To wait until it got fixed. Sort of like gate it up, really. Gangster would have loved it.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
How old's
Bear
Snake
with
in
it.
this?
It's designed to prevent hypothermia.
He's
This
30
is a
something, isn't
lifestyle,
he?
you know.
Is he 33?
Easy. I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm
Might be
relieved to
older.
hear that. Already tested, huh?
He's definitely
By
30s.
the way,
And
how's
he's
the diversionary operation going?
old as in Metal Gear 2.
16s just
Metal Gear
took off
Solid
from
2.
Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist
You
radar ship
40s?
already picked them up.
A Hind D. Colonel, what's a
It's
Russian
like 39 or
gunship doing
something.
here?
I can't remember.
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention.
It's so weird now. Playing this game, the game from my childhood, whereas I'm nearly the same age as Snake now. What the fuck? He's 35 in 2? I thought he was older.
Chance to slip in unnoticed.
I thought he was pushing 40 in number 2. I think he's in his 40s, definitely in his 40s in Metal Gear Solid 4. But obviously he's aging rapidly, so he's
There
more
are
like
only
70.
18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, he must be crazy to fly Hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you two yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself.
Mei-Ling, your accent changed. What
What's
happened?
wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so... cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
What's this? I'm being
I
hit
never
on
fully
by the
understood
famous
this, because
Solid
it makes
Snake.
it sound like he can see her,
I'm
but he can't see her. The
surprised.
codec's only
I didn't think you'd be
voice.
so frank.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
It does, doesn't it? Well, let's get to know each other better. But first,
Then there's a
let me
bit
explain
later
about
on
your
that makes it
Soliton
sound like
radar
they can
system.
see each other.
The bright dot in the middle is
Never really
Lucid.
gets explained that,
The
does
red
it?
dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Well, there's
Be
that
careful,
line that
Snake.
Liquid
The
says,
genome
isn't it?
soldiers have highly
About his
developed
sunglasses.
sensors of
Did you like my
hearing and vision
sunglasses?
into their gene therapy.
What, so they can see each
Make
other?
sure you don't let
What's
them
going
see
on?
you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake. We're here to back you up, so call.
You're
if you
lying,
need some
Naomi. You're
information
only
or
here to
advice.
kill him
I'm
because you
also in
got
charge of
some
your mission data.
freaking
Contact me if
revenge
you want
mission
to see
from
the
years
correct
ago.
place. My frequency is
But she was even wrong about it.
140.96.
Stupid
it's a
woman.
dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you
Spy
need to
roll up.
arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
Mei-Ling, help him see the lasers. God, don't you know anything? So did he shit the cigarettes out or did he puke them up?
If you want to get in, There's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
Yeah, I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in.
What about the air duct near the door?
One sentry on the left, and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
There should also be a duct on the second floor.
You're a duct on the
can't see
second
it
floor,
from
mate.
here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Go top. We always go top. It's tradition. Always go through the top shaft. Alright, so what's aim? That's aim. And that's shoot. Okay. Okay. Layout's ever so slightly different here. Surveillance camera? God, he took a few to put down, didn't he? Wait a minute. I need to mess with the emulator to change the control for the quick select. Bear with me. See if that works. There we go, perfect. There's another guy around here, or is the guy that's asleep? Is that I meant to trigger in the surveillance camera? There is a SOCOM right there. There are chaff grenades in the middle of the helipad, but worth risking getting caught.
Surveillance camera.
Oh, I could do it on this side as well. Okay. I'm not sure if there's anything in those. Can you see me there? Stun grenade. Oh shit, I can't see the camera. Uh-oh. Oh, it's dodgy. Dodgy controls. If I remember right, I think if you don't pick up the M9 in the first area, that will be the M9. Dick shot. Still struggling with these controls. Yeah, I know which buttons to press to get in the shaft. Miller?
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a boot camp instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you. So call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
Thanks, Liquid. Master. He's definitely Master, and Master's not actually dead. Who have we got out here? Is this ninja? Or a mention of him?
I moved the DARPA chief to the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
Oh, they just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell.
Oh,
Don't
no.
get careless now.
Woman in the cell?
Did something happen?
There's an intruder.
Really?
He's already done 3 people.
He's killed 3 people?
Yeah, and they say he's using stealth, too.
Stealth camouflage.
There's an intruder besides me?
Anyway, I want
It's
you to
Griff
increase
Axe.
the security detail on the chief.
AKA Frank Jägermeister. Oh, Frankie boy. Old Franklin. Old Franklin! I'm hungry. Alright, Subway. That is some sort of pantry. That is where the suppressor is, right? I think it's in there. For the Socom. Or is it in there? That's the mine detector. Shh. Shh.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
I'll find you, mate. I think there's just 2 down there, and the 3rd pops up later on in the game, walking on the waterways. Well, technically there's 3 because there's a guy asleep in the thingy room. It's level 2. Screw it, we'll chuck a chaff. That is the thermal gogs. Come in handy for seeing stuff. Like lasers. What? I got spotted by the camera? Are you kidding me? thing moves way quicker than it does in the original game. Oh. Let's hide in here. Can't aim upwards. Shoot me in the leg. Definitely doing a full run of Metal Gear Solid 2 before I stream it, because I don't want to cock that one up. The other guy was there. So let's head on down. Milling.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
Don't tell me what to do, lady. It's the DARPA chief. Or is it? What the hell's in here? This vent shaft's not in the original game, is it? Or is it? Oh. No. I don't think it is. I was always confused as a kid. I was always confused about Dig Octopus. The whole DARPA chief thing confused me. I was only like 9 or 10 at the time. Maybe about 10. Most of this game went over my head. I didn't genome therapy. I was like, what's going on? Nanomachines? It confused me.
Cut a damn cold.
Hey, Johnny.
I hate Alaska.
I mean, Metal Gear Solid still confuses me now. It's so fucking convoluted. It's crazy. I mean, Jima's a fucking nut job. And the guy's not right in his head, is he? How he comes up with this shit. But I remember thinking, because I'd read the manual and I'd seen all the Foxhound guys, and it mentioned Dig Octopus. It was like, I remember beating the game. It's like, where was Dig Octopus? I never saw that guy. Did they forget about him? Got a little bit, and I was like, oh, okay, well, there you go. Old school computer. This is Meryl. Oh no, this is the DARPA chief. No, it is Meryl.
A woman?
the Dapper Chief. Or is it?
Huh?
Who's that?
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You're here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent in here to save your worthless butt.
He voices Stillman in Metal Gear Solid
Really?
2.
It's true. You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
See young DARPA
Is
Chief
it
in
possible?
Metal Gear Solid 3.
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for the keeping of dismantled warheads.
That
They
is
shouldn't
him.
have access to a missile.
That's the official story. Got it. We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A truly historical weapon.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch
And paramedic
attack
is
from
Dr.
any
Clark.
place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear? It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
He's referring to Metal Gear 1 and 2 there.
Why else would I
I had
come
no
to a
idea those games
godless
existed
place
when I
like
first
this?
played this, so I didn't get that line.
I had heard that the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between ArmsTech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data, and then proceed to mass production. If it hadn't been for the revolution.
I thought they were gonna kiss.
Revolution?
Kiss him on the mouth.
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
Yeah, that's my cat.
Metal Gear Rex. The code
Yes,
name
he's
for the
named
new
after Metal Gear
prototype.
Rex. Get over it.
They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping nuclear weapons.
Hey, shut up in there, will ya?
Delivery's well off there with a shop in there. I don't like they turn him into fucking Spider-Man in this game.
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL. Yes, of course. There is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes. Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker, the president of ArmsTech?
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password.
You
or
did.
There can be no launch.
Broke the rules. I'll get him back.
They found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
He's lying. It's a giveaway.
This is bad.
You're bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password...
Yes. They'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Kiss the snack on
Card
the mouth.
keys.
Kiss the snack on the mouth.
They were
Kiss the
designed by
snack on
Arms
the
Tech,
mouth.
the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that...
Yes, you can stop the launch.
That card key.
So where are the card keys?
Thank you
Baker
so
should
much.
have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys.
Don't make me laugh during Metal Gear.
You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Oh.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement?
I heard the guards say they moved him into an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes. They cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color? Here, take this. It's my ID card. It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your
Sneak
body's
can't
own
find his
electrical
card keys.
field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as a transmission
you.
medium. As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna
Someone
get you
help
out of
us
here.
and-
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So, does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem.
Oh,
It
this
has
scene's so
nothing to
much
do
better than the
with my
original. It's
orders.
all off. It's all off.
What about the Pentagon?
Way more tense.
Pentagon. What is it?
That was literally me walking into urgent care when I had kidney stones.
What's that?
The receptionist was terrified. Oh, decoy, sorry, Doper is dead. 'Cause it definitely is the Doper chief, not somebody else.
Huh. Dead. Naomi, the chief, what happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but
A heart attack? No!
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Absolutely not, Snake. You've got to understand. This counter-terrorist op is security level red. You'll need the highest security
What triggered
clearance to
the
learn
heart
real
attack, I
story.
wonder, carrier
You want me
boy?
to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you.
Access your
the
file, mate.
Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
You find Baker. Oh. The scene that happens here can change slightly, depending on if you've got a gun in your hand or not. I'm not gonna use the gun.
Don't move!
Naked man.
So you killed the chief, you bastard!
Technically he did, in a way.
Liquid? No, you're not. Don't move!
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking.
I hate that. I hate that they did that. She would not be able to disarm him, not in a million years. Don't know why they did that.
Shoot me, rookie?
Careful. I'm no rookie.
Liar. Your eyes wander. There's no confidence in them. The eyes of a rookie. You've never shot a person, have you?
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the
You
safety
never
off,
shut
rookie.
up.
I told you I'm no rookie.
Oh, it's all wrong. It's all wrong. The delivery's off.
Open
I'm
that
getting
door.
upset.
You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of
Looks
here.
like we'll be a little delayed.
Your girl power.
What are you doing? Don't think! Shoot!
Oh, they just got it wrong. I forgot the controls again. See, this game didn't need to happen. You can't recreate perfection. Meryl's. You need to pull the trigger. You got your safety on. Meryl's. Oh, my rations got froze. It's an interesting noise.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you, shoot!
Oh. It's... I ran out of ammo. This doesn't happen in the original. Bit's fucked. The music's wrong. It's so wrong. Right, I got another ration, so it should not be frozen. Oh. Oh, I can't play because I didn't pick it up in it, because it's... They throw grenades in. Shit. Aiming's all fucked as well. Shame on you, Silicon Knights. Shame on you. Look at all that blood. She's traumatized.
Thanks for the help.
Wait! are you?
It's Floaty Man.
You fool! You've killed him!
Oh, Cam Clark with the delivery right there. He saves this game.
His mental shielding was very strong. I could not dive into his mind.
This is what confused me as a kid. I didn't understand this scene.
We'll never get that detonation code.
Boss, I have a good idea.
And it goes all Matrix. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. Oh. The music's wrong again.
Good girl.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination. Is it from the nanomachines?
No, Snake. The nanomachines are functioning properly.
So what was it?
It must have been psychometric interference coming from Psycho Mantis.
Duh.
Foxhound's psychic. Think of it as a mental feedback loop.
You're a mental feedback loop.
So, that was Mantis.
See, as a kid, I was confused. I thought that was meant to be some sort of flashback. But it's kind of the giveaway, because he says, well, it is a flashback, but... No, what did I think it was? I didn't think it was a flashback. I was confused, because we just saw the Dorp Chief die in that cell. Yet he's there with them dead. Dorp Chief revealed that Psycho Mantis got his password because he read his mind. Then in that, Psycho Mantis said, I couldn't read his mind, so I didn't get his password. And then Ocelot killed him. Before they could, you know. So it's like, eh? I was confused as a kid. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, the Dapper Chief's there. Johnny, will you put some claws on, buddy? Nudity. It's not allowed on Twitch. I found a book. B2. Right, it's clear for now, isn't it? The guards don't come until after. Still have the collapsing floors in this version, I can't remember. the Nikita in there. There's a lass where I work called Nikita. Family of gypsies. The walls don't stand out as much in this version. They've got a slight purple tint to them in the original game. Right away. All right. Where's my controller? Who's put it down here? It's probably me. It's time to fight, Mr. Ocelot. There is the, Can you shoot the cameras in this game? Oi! You can't. Okay. That's where you get the camera. If you want to take pictures. Who put my microphone up there? It's time to fight Shalashaska.
Am I too late?
Don't look healthy.
He's alive. You're the ArmsTech president, Kenneth Baker, right? Don't worry. I'm here to save you.
No! Don't touch it!
C4.
Right. Touch that wire and the C4 will blow up along with the old man. So you're the one that the boss keeps talking about.
And you?
Special Operations Foxhound. Revolver.
Ocelots.
Ocelot. I've been waiting for you, Solid Snake. Now we'll see if the man can live up to the legend.
My all-time favorite villain. Your hands are shaking there, Snake.
This is the greatest handgun ever made. The Colt Single Action Army.
And who gave him the idea to use that?
More than enough to kill anything that moves.
It was Big Boss.
Now I'll show you why they call me Revolver.
Well, depends where you want to look at it. Technically, yes. He had his reasons. What's the gun he uses in Metal Gear Solid 3? Because it jams on him. That's where Big Boss is like, yeah, pal. You're using the wrong gun, mate.
Won't help you. A gun. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Use a tranquilizer man as well. Like you can do in Metal Gear 2. We fucked this boss fight up. He's quicker than you in the original. I'm just gonna just follow him and shoot him. We completely fucked it up. We fucked the whole game up, let's be honest. No reason for this Winsnacks to exist.
I love to reload during a battle. All right, I'm alive again. Let's go.
Same pain cry you use.
You're pretty
when your
good.
favorite anime show
Just
gets
what I
cancelled.
expect from the man with the same code as the boss. It's been a long time since I had such a good fight.
Just getting warmed up, innit?
I'm just getting warmed up.
What?
What? My hand! Ah!
It's Greyfax. It's Frankie boy.
Stealth camouflage.
Don't even die right.
Can't you even die right? You were lucky. We'll meet again.
He certainly will. I'll see you in the torture chamber.
Who are you?
And I'll see you on the tanker. And then I'll see you.
And like you, I have no name.
Metal Gear Solid 4. Exoskeleton.
That exoskeleton.
Why did they do this?
Who the hell?
Who the hell are you? You know exactly who that is. Solid.
Can you talk?
Who are you?
I'm not one of them.
It's Solid Snake. That's who he is.
The DARPA chief told me he gave them his detonation code. What about yours?
Oh, I get it. Jim sent you. You're from the Pentagon.
Answer my question. What about your code? There's no time.
I talked.
What? Now the terrorists have both codes and can launch any time.
It's not like I didn't fight. I managed to resist Psycho Mantis's mind probe.
He couldn't read you?
He probed
How'd you
him.
do it?
Surgical implants in my brain.
Surgical implants?
Kinda like psychic insulation. Everyone who knows these top-secret codes has it.
Even the DARPA chief?
Of course.
But the DARPA chief said Mantis got his code by reading his mind.
It wasn't DARPA Chief, was it? It was
Sure
Dick
you heard
Octopus.
me right.
Yeah.
God.
Anyway, how did they get your code?
I never had any training on how to resist torture.
COVID.
It looks like he had some fun with you, all right.
He's not human. I tell you, he loved every second of it.
What happened to your arm?
He broke it.
Looks like you're more than even now. His was sliced off.
You're a funny guy.
Thank you.
So, the DARPA chief, is he okay?
Dead.
Dead.
What? It can't be. No, that's not what you promised, Jim. Now you want to shut me up.
Calm down. What's wrong with you? I just told you I was here to save you.
He's not though, is he?
I didn't kill the DARPA chief. He had a heart attack or something.
A heart attack? Oh, don't be a fool.
Anyway, the terrorists have both codes now.
Oh, those boys are totally insane. They wouldn't hesitate to launch.
I agree. But what do they really want?
Who knows? Maybe they're like us in the arms industry. Always looking forward to the next good war.
Well, I'm not gonna let these maniacs start a war today. Do you still have the card keys?
Card keys?
To override the detonation code. I heard you had them.
No, not anymore.
What? Who does then? Not the terrorists.
No, that woman.
Woman? Who?
A soldier that was thrown in prison along with me.
Prison? That female soldier.
She said that she had just joined up as a new recruit. They threw her in prison because she refused to take part in the rebellion.
A new recruit? Could that be the Colonel's niece?
His daughter.
I gave her the key. Looks like she managed to break out of here, though. I hope she's okay.
I'm sure she is. She's green, but as tough as they come.
You're green.
But how did you know she escaped?
I was in contact with her by codec. Until I was tied up here, that is.
Codec?
Yes. She stole it from the guard. If she still has it, you should be able to contact her.
I'm sure she has it. What frequency was she at?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, it's...
140.15. On the back of the box, mate.
Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Damn!
Oh, that's right.
Who's that?
It should be on the back of the package.
Who is that?
Try to contact her.
He just spazzed out.
I'll contact her right away. But tell me, if this doesn't work, is there some other way to prevent the missile launch?
Just destroy Metal Gear.
Find Hal Emmerich, one of my employees.
Who's that?
The team leader of the Metal Gear Rex project. A genius at engineering, but a little bit of an oddball. If there's anyone who can figure out how to stop Metal Gear from launching, it's him.
What if he can't come up with anything?
Well, you'll have to destroy it. Emmerich knows how to destroy Metal Gear.
Where is this Emmerich?
Well, he's probably being held somewhere in the nuclear warhead storage building. It's north from here. That's where he worked.
I understand, but why Metal Gear? The nuclear age ended with the turn of the millennium.
Oh, you're wrong. The nuclear threat hasn't disappeared. The threat is more real than ever before.
He's got pink eye.
The amount of spent nuclear fuel and plutonium is increasing even today. Listen, have you ever seen a warehouse full of nuclear material?
No.
Drums and drums of nuclear waste stacked this high, as far as you can see, because there's still no real way to use it or dispose of it.
So they just close the lid and try to pretend like it'll go away?
Essentially, yes. And they're not even doing a good job of storing it. Many of the drums are corroded, with nuclear waste seeping out of them.
Unbelievable.
Not only that, several pounds of MUF are reported every year.
MUF?
It stands for Material Unaccounted For. It proves that there's a large and well-organized black market in nuclear materials. Furthermore, since the end of the Cold War, Russian nuclear engineers in particular are out of work with nowhere to turn. In other words, there's plenty of available nuclear material and scientists for making a bomb. We live in an age where any small country can have a nuclear weapons program.
Yeah, North Korea.
What about the other superpowers?
The Russians and Chinese still pursue a policy of deterrence. Do you see? Complete nuclear disarmament is an impossibility. To maintain our own policy of deterrence, we need a weapon of overwhelming power.
You mean Metal Gear?
Yes. You know our industry suffered quite a blow as a result of the cuts in military budgets due to this so-called peace.
I remember hearing a lot about mergers and takeovers among the big weapons makers.
Yes. And after my company lost their bid to produce the U.S. Air Force's next line of fighter jet, the Metal Gear system was our last ace in the hole. That's why we pushed to have Metal Gear developed as a black project.
They're black.
Project?
Secret projects paid for by the Pentagon's black budget.
3 times.
You can avoid a lot of red tape and get a great lead time on your weapons production. And no one can bother you. Not even that bunch on the Military Oversight Committee.
Bribes.
Just call it the military-industrial complex. Anyway, Metal Gear was going to be formally adopted after the results of this exercise were analyzed.
I don't give a crap about you or your company.
Yes, that's about what I'd expect from a grunt like you. Here. This is what you came for, right?
What's that?
An optical disc. It's all here. The main hard drive was destroyed by gunfire. This is the only remaining copy of the data.
What kind of data?
All the data collected from this
Actually, a
exercise.
copy of Synform.
Don't play dumb. I know you were sent to get this. I hid it from that sadistic maniac while he was torturing me. They don't know this disc exists. Make sure that you report this to Jim, to your boss.
Snake literally has no idea what he's talking about.
Too. It'll open up all security level 2 doors.
Can you walk?
No. You go on without me. They got my password. They don't want anything else from me.
I have one more question. Who or what was that ninja thing? It looked like you knew something.
That ninja? That was Foxhound's dark little secret.
Dark little secret?
An experimental genome soldier.
It's not the clock that made him, right?
You know him?
You should ask Dr. Naomi Hunter from Foxhound. She knows better than I.
Naomi?
You've got to stop them. If it goes public, my company
Turning Naomi
and I
backwards is I'm on.
finished.
What? Doesn't Metal Gear use currently existing technology?
Metal Gear itself does, but... What did you do to me? No! No! It can't be! Those Pentagon bastards! So they actually went and did it!
What are you talking about?
They're just using you for...
What the hell?
Like his pimpkin.
Colonel, are you listening? Now he's dead too.
I have no idea.
Don't lie to me.
It looked like another heart attack, but...
Some kind of poison?
Well, there are lots of drugs that can cause a heart attack in large doses. For example, potassium chloride or digoxin. But we won't be able to tell without doing an
You know
autopsy.
exactly, Naomi.
Snake, I want you and Meryl to work together.
Can I trust her?
More than you can trust me. Get in contact with her.
Snake, there's a lot of electrical interference coming from there. It should be okay if you do burst transmission like us, but normal transmission is probably impossible. Try moving away from that area.
Snake, get a hold of yourself.
Naomi, what the hell was that ninja thing? A member of Foxhound?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. We have no one like that in our unit.
Is that right?
Snake.
She knows who he is. Nothing but lies. Pretty sure there's guards in this area now. Cardboard box. Yeah, there's lasers in there. This way. Which box is this? Is this for the helipad? Heliport. Takes you back to the first area. If you know how to use it properly. Fast travel. Probably want to get yourself a suppressor, but fucking hole there. I can't remember the last time I fell down a hole in Metal Gear Solid. Snake in the hole. Alright. Back up top. Turn in the hole. What the fuck? He doesn't turn around in the original. He's further forward, you just choke him out. God damn you, twin snakes. Still fine with these controls. Get up. I'm getting stuck. Okay, there's the suppressor.
Somebody there?
Spot you, can't they, from up top?
Who is that?
Can he? Oh, he probably heard me, didn't he, on the metal grate?
Huh?
Who's that?
Which wasn't the thing. Probably not. If I was to take a guess. Let's get the mine detector. No, this is the mine detector. Is it night vision goggles in there? No. No.
Who are you?
I was really impressed with the way you busted yourself out of there.
The one from the prison?
You're the Colonel's niece. Meryl, right?
No, it's not him. Just exactly who are you?
She thinks it's Liquid.
I'm the fool that your uncle sent to this hellhole.
You came alone? Trying to be some kind of hero?
I don't need lectures. You're just like your uncle, you know?
How do you know my uncle?
We go way back.
What's your name?
Lovers.
My name's not important.
Aha. Could you be Snake? Are you Solid Snake?
Are you the
That's what
Snake?
people called me.
The legendary Solid Snake? You? Sorry about before. I wasn't sure if you were one of the good guys.
But I knew you were.
How?
It's your eyes.
My eyes?
They're not soldiers' eyes.
They're rookie's eyes, right?
No. They're beautiful, compassionate eyes.
Just what I'd expect from the legendary Solid Snake. You trying to sweep me off my feet?
Don't worry. You'll land back on them once you meet me. The reality is no match for the legend, I'm afraid.
I don't believe that.
Why did you look so surprised when you saw my face?
Because you look just like him.
You mean the terrorist leader, Liquid Snake?
Yeah. You know him? You're not brothers, are you?
I have no family.
So what's the deal then?
I don't know. Maybe I'll ask him personally. But first, I want some information. You were involved in this exercise from the beginning. What exactly happened here?
I just joined the training that same day.
That's okay. But what is this place? I don't think it's just a nuclear weapon disposal facility.
Boy, oh boy, it's just like them. Nobody's told you anything, did they? Okay, You see, this place isn't really for disposing nuclear weapons. This base is owned and operated by a dummy corporation of arms tech.
This is a civilian base?
Right. For the development of Metal Gear.
Colonel.
Foxhound and the Next Generation Special Forces were called here for the test launching of a dummy nuclear warhead.
Why Foxhound?
Because they're a special ops group used to handling top-secret missions. They figured they could help keep it all hush-hush.
But they must have been test-firing dummy warheads for a while. Why just this time?
I heard it was because this was to be a final test before the formal adoption of the Metal Gear program. That's what I heard anyway.
Sounds kind of fishy. So what do you think the terrorists want?
Sorry, I'm not sure. I was captured with President Baker right after the revolt started.
Oh yeah. That's when he gave you the detonation code override keys, right?
That's right.
Amazing you were able to keep them hidden from the guards.
Well, women have more hiding places than men. Anyway, you met Baker, huh? How's he holding up?
He's dead.
What?
Heart attack. Same as the DARPA chief.
The chief died from a heart attack too?
Yeah. Was either of them sick or anything?
No. Not that I heard of.
Well, I don't believe in coincidences. Something funny's going on.
Huh. Sounds like it. But I have no idea what.
Me neither. Yet. Do you know the person who designed Metal Gear?
You mean Dr. Emmerich? He should be in the research lab in the second-floor basement of the nuclear warhead storage building to the north.
Second floor basement.
Yeah, that's where his lab is. I think they're forcing him to work on the nuclear launching program.
So they'll need him alive until that's done anyway.
Then we'd better do something before he finishes.
You're right. In case we can't override the detonation code in time, I need to ask him how to destroy Metal Gear.
You plan to take that thing on by yourself, Snake?
It won't be the first time. How do we get to the nuclear warhead storage where the doctor's being held?
There's a cargo door on the first floor of this building that leads to the north.
What's the security level of the door there?
5. But it's okay. I've got a level 5 card.
Well, I've got to go save the doctor. You should go to the...
I'm going with you!
No way. You're still too green. I want you to hide somewhere.
I'm not green.
Oh, yes, you are. You pause for just 1 second in front of your enemy, and it's all over. Good luck doesn't last forever.
I don't know what happened. I just couldn't pull the trigger right away. I never had any problems in training. It was frightening to think that with a pull of a trigger I could take someone's life.
It's not like shooting targets in training.
I always dreamed of being a soldier. Every day of my life, I've trained my mind and body for the one day when I could finally see some real action, and now...
So what now? You want to quit?
I can't quit. I can't allow myself to quit now.
Listen, you're not normal if you don't feel something the first time you kill. Killing without guilt produces more carnage. In a war, all of mankind's worst emotions, worst traits emerge. It's easy to forget what a sin is in the middle of a battlefield.
But this isn't a war. It's a terrorist action.
You're just a little jumpy from the combat high. The adrenaline in your bloodstream is starting to thin out. Just take it easy.
But I learned all about combat high at the academy.
We'll talk about it later. For now, just think about keeping yourself alive.
If I get out of here alive, I'll think about that other stuff.
Okay. Let me try to say this another way. Stay the hell out of my way.
You're a real bastard, just like my uncle said.
Huh. I told you, the real me is no match for the legend.
Looks like you were right. Okay, Snake. I'll be a good girl.
We'll link up after I grab the doctor. Hang on to the key until then.
Got ya. But listen, I know this area better than you. Call me if you have any questions.
Be careful, okay?
After I open up the cargo door, I'll contact you.
have a man down. Increase to maximum security.
Send a replacement guard for the area.
Snake, if you walk on that floor normally, it'll make a lot of noise and the enemy will hear you. Try crawling. Snake, don't be so impatient. Settle down. I need a little more time to get the cargo door open. I'll call you when I get the door open. Just wait a little, okay? Snake, I unlocked the cargo door for you.
Thanks. Where are you?
Where I can see ya.
Don't move around too much.
Don't worry. I'm disguised in this enemy uniform.
You won't be for long with the way you walk.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
Listen, Snake. The cargo door is like an airlock. It's equipped with infrared sensors. Be careful. If an intruder is sensed, gas is released.
Gas?
Okay, so we'll meet at the nuclear warhead storage building.
Wait! You said you'd stay put and be a good girl.
I changed my mind.
Don't get careless. That's when things always turn sour.
Sorry, but this is the only way I can figure whether or not I'm cut out to be a soldier. I gotta get my hands dirty.
These guys are professionals. You're gonna get yourself killed.
See you there. Be careful, Snake. That airlock is set with infrared sensors.
What is it?
You probably can't see them with your naked eyes, but there are infrared beams coming out of that wall. touch any one of them and the doors will seal off and the place will be flooded with poison gas. Somehow you've got to get through without setting off those sensors.
Cigarettes. Thermals. It's a different angle in this game. It's like higher up in the original. It's actually easier in the original. Take on Raven and then we'll call it. Take the mine detector. Oh, it's time for Deep Throat. Mines there.
Snake, be careful. There are Claymore mines around there. Use a mine detector.
Who are you?
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? The informant from the Watergate scandal?
Never mind about that.
You're not using burst transmission. Are you nearby?
Listen, there's a tank in front of your position waiting to ambush you.
Who are you anyway?
One of your fans.
Actually, crawl and pick him up.
This is Raven's territory.
It's a bit bindy.
Snakes don't belong in Alaska. I will not let you pass.
Not Gandalf.
Send him a message. That's right. You belong on the ground. You should crawl on the ground like the snake you are. Come, let's fight.
Alright, you want to throw a chaff grenade first. Disable his main gun. Right, you're gonna get blasted. Can destroy the tracks as well. The easiest way to get killed is getting run over. Oh, yeah, like that. successful hit you with his guns. And it's pretty awkward. See how you like this. Do it in this one. Oh, that's the track destroyed. I think you can do a C4 as well. That's riskier though.
See how you like this?
This is a GameCube game. It's only released on GameCube. Finish him off. Hey! Back! Back! I think he can kill you in like one. If it runs you over. Actually, I think Claymore might work on it as well. Some nades. Need some nades. I've never actually tried shooting at him. You might be able to do it in this game, since you can do first person. Oh, there you go. He chucks it down the freaking gun, innit? Ridiculous.
Boss, is this all right? Just giving him the card like that?
It's all part of the plan.
You would be wise not to underestimate him.
What did you think of him?
He is just as you said. He lives and breathes combat just like you.
Still
I would
need to get
expect no less from your
figure of Raven. I've only got Solid,
General Ivan. I
Meryl,
hear that you lost your arm
Liquid.
and ran away home.
No, I don't have Solid. I got Grey Fox,
In
Meryl,
the language of the Sioux people, Sioux means snake.
Ocelot,
It is known as
and
an
Liquid.
animal to be
I had to
feared.
get Raven,
Well, Snake is mine now.
Solid,
When I meet him next, I'll take special care of
Wolf.
him. Not yet. Don't kill him yet.
He and I will meet again in battle.
Same prediction as always.
I've only got Fortune
Yes,
from Metal Gear Solid
the
2.
raven on my head. It thirsts for his blood.
You called, Snake?
You rang?
Snake, remember what De Gaulle said. The graveyards are full of indispensable men. Snake, you're all alone and surrounded by bad guys. Try to be careful and avoid getting into a fight whenever you can.
You're right. Wow, you know all sorts of great quotes, don't you?
Well, both my parents are from Guangdong, China, but I was born and raised in
Guangdong.
America. I've always liked reading literature from both sides. Kinda keeps me in touch. I'll share some more quotes with you if you like.
I'm looking forward to it. But to tell you the truth, I'd like to learn more about you.
Well, I'll think about it.
And we're done for the night, because it's too late. So. I'll see you next stream. I don't know if it'll be this or if it'll be Danky Kang. I'll decide at the time, so see you next time, guys.